Hey guys, it's Ice15 with another video this time, and we're back at it. And it's time for the WWE BackLash pay-per-view predictions and or WrestleMania BackLash. You get my point. Alright, I don't like calling it WrestleMania BackLash because it's so stupid. Believe me, I can go on forever about it, but you guys get my point. I'm just going to call it BackLash. Just BackLash throughout the review, and yep. And so, I'm going to be going through all the matches one by one and just go what I thought about it and what happened and what I thought about it and everything else to it. So let's get on with its pay-per-view predictions. Like I said, I don't have like a few figures in here, and I'm just realizing I have Bianca Belair in here at all, which now I feel like a moron. So I'll just bring you in here. I just completely forgot about it when I was starting this review. So I just, here it is. It is just a heck for it, and I just took this. I took the sunglasses off because I can't see for a little bit, but yeah. I just completely forgot that when I was setting up this figures. You obviously have two more guys, but that was mostly the pre-show. I'll be going with the pre-show real quick, even though I did miss more. I was just only catching the end of it, but I will go to it, so. But I'll just go over real quick with it. So, let's just shut up and let's just move on with the actual review itself. I didn't want to go on this intro for too long, so now let's go on with the pre-show. First up is the match that was on the pre-show, and I can't even say much about this because I was only away for I was out mowing the lawn as usual, and then so I catch the end, like the tail end of it because again I was late for it. So, but we had Sheamus, the United States Champion Sheamus, taking on Ricochet in an open challenge, I guess, and just a non-title open challenge. So yeah, and for the weirdest thing, Ricochet was just out in jeans or just pants, just normal pants. I don't even know what to call it. But again, yeah. So these two were going out and he brought to a match, and in the end of it, Sheamus won. Like I said, I can't really go over too much of it because again, I was catching the tail end of it, and Ricochet kicked and basically just kicked Sheamus out of the ring and took his like fedora and his coat and basically doing the same thing that Nakamura was doing on SmackDown with taking Baron Corbin's crown. I don't know why I said crown that weird, but you get my point. Sheamus won. Probably gonna go match up because again, it's probably one of the two of the best and well, you're putting a high flyer and you're putting a brawler together, it's still pretty good. So again, not talking about pre-show because again I didn't see much. So let's move on. But the first match on the show was the triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship, and I'm not even going to go too long with this either because I was a little bit late, but not too late for it. I will say that. But I'm also not going to go too long with this because you guys are looking at a graphic, and I just went with the graphic because I couldn't stand that really basic figure I have. I'm really surprised it's still standing up. Again, it's just very annoying to work with. So you're just looking at a graphic right now. I'm sorry, but again, it's just what you have to look at until I get the EA for. But on to the matchup itself. And we had Charlotte coming out with a Cruella inspired attire again. From Disney again, and he watched 101 Dalmatians and just also the upcoming Cruella movie that's coming out soon. But again, and let's just say that attire was just fire. And yeah, there was this match was back and forth. There were some cases I thought Charlotte was going to win. There was some cases I thought Asuka was going to win. But yeah, again we had Charlotte doing her moonsault off of the turnbuckle, off the top rope. We had and then everything else. But it took real way to dispose of Charlotte. Also, Charlotte did a double natural selection, even and just covered both of them, trying to do the same thing that that Roman did at WrestleMania. And but it took a Riptide, from like I said, first exposing of Charlotte and then doing a Riptide to Asuka. 1, 2, 3. Retains and still your Raw Women's Champion is Rhea Ripley. And yeah, this match was pretty good. It was pretty good to open the show with this one instead of the other matches. Again, I think it's just good to open with a banger and then just go on from there. That's it. Now let's move on to the next match. Next up in the matchup, we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match with the Mysterios taking on the Dirty Dogs, the Glorious Show-Offs, Ziggler and Rude, whatever we want to call them. But another thing before this match, it was showing something that happened on the pre-show, and Dolph and Rude, and Ziggler and Rude, I think I'm just going to call him Ziggler because I'm not confused with my brother because his name is also Dolph. Again, Ziggler and Rude who attacked and Dominic Mysterio. I almost said Damien Priest for some reason, but I guess just both the names start with D, just the usual type of thing. But again, and attacked Dominic Mysterio and injured him before the show, and so it was just for most of the match, Ray was on his own. He was wearing this Batman attire. I'm pretty sure it was Batman because it was just doing the blue and the gray, and then has the Ray's had like a Rey Mysterio logo in the center of a even had like the yellow circle and everything. The Batman, where the Batman symbol is, and just this time was just Rey Mysterio's logo in that. So yeah, it was a Batman inspired attire. Dominic's was like a purple and green. I don't even know if it was supposed to be Riddler or just something else. I don't know. No, but Ray had a sick Batman attire on it. We've seen it before, but again, like I said. But on the point, it was Ray, and he just was taking on both in a handicap match for most of the time, and Ray was doing pretty good for the most part, even though he was getting overwhelmed by Ziggler and Rude. There was even a point where he was going for a sliding on and Sun slept unsets with powerbomb got caught by Ziggler with a super kick in the face. Even knocked him out for a while, and then almost got count out. He was able to break the count out, and Dominic was able actually came out injured ribs and all and despite that he was able to overcome the odds of both Ziggler and Rude again. And Ray got a 619, tagged in Dominic, and taking out Ziggler with a sliding sunset flip powerbomb to the barricade, and Dominic did a front arc splash axe to Rude. 1, 2, 3, and we got new tag team champions, the first father and son tag team champions. And I was just taking off the SmackDown tag team champions from Ziggler, and let's just do the same thing I did with AJ and just put it like this for now. And first father and son tag team. Again, I can see everyone can see what Dominic's getting better and better in the ring, and after match and match. Even though his frog splash still needs work, but it's still getting better and better in the ring. But yeah, exactly what I predicted this to happen. To finally get our father and son tag team champions. And yeah, this match was pretty good. And now let's move on to the next match. Next up, we have the Lumberjack match with Damien Priest versus The Miz. And here we go. And this is the thing. Before the matchup of John Morrison was going to talk to the Lumberjacks, probably get like an upper hand with Damien Priest. And basically, when he walked into the locker room, they were basically zombies. Literal zombies. Obviously, like stage actors, but again. Basically, here's the thing. There's going to be a movie coming out with Dave Bautista called The Army of the Dead. And it's Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. And again, everyone's probably heard of it. Everyone's probably heard of seeing the trailers for it. And basically, it's just to promote the movie. So we had basically a lumberjack match with zombies. And I don't even know how to feel about it, but the match was pretty good for the most part, with basically John Morrison getting eaten by zombies, and then Damien and while Miz was distracted, he got Bill clapping the ears, and the reckoning. But Damien Priest hits the reckoning on the lights out or whatever it's called, and then gets the 1, 2, 3 and wins, and then the zombies come in and just devour him, basically just tear apart the Miz. So not because again these are stage actors, but yeah. I don't know. There were some funny things with just the commentary team just running away and then going to a safe place to commentate the matchup. But yeah, this obviously the whole thing was just to promote the movie, and I'm just gonna say this: it was a pretty okay matchup, but not really that great. I'm just hoping this rivalry ends now and just Damien Priest can move on to other things, maybe even win the United States Champion. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, we have a SmackDown Women's Championship match with Bianca Belair and taking on Bayley, defending her championship against Bayley. And this match I was pretty much excited for. And this was exactly what I was expecting. Back and forth match between Bayley and Bianca Belair. And then we just had Bayley slamming and Bianca Belair on the steps. We had, and just again, and pretty much God, I don't know what the hell's going on. Tell him again. Had some close calls from Bayley. Anyway, he almost winning. I don't know. But Bianca's just power through and everything. And it led up to a roll. I think it led up to a roll up, and Bianca actually using her hair to wrap around Bayley's leg and get the 1, 2, 3 and retains the championship. Okay, I will be honest, I wasn't paying attention to this match too much. I was trying to, but again, I don't know. I was just being distracted by my phone for a bit, so I will say that. But again, Bianca retains and serves her stance as and still remains SmackDown Women's Champion. I don't know what I was saying there, but you get my point. And then also Hell in a Cell is the next pay-per-view, which we just got. I guess they moved Money in the Bank somewhere else. So I don't know. No, unless we're finally gonna get the crowds back and then they just want like a big time pay-per-view. I don't know. That's what I'm guessing. But again, let's just move on now. Out to the last 2 matches on the card. Next up on the card is next up is the WWE Championship Triple Threat match with Bobby Lashley defending his championship against Drew McIntyre and the Monster and One Man Braun Strowman. And this match, well, okay, actually just fixing this a bit, so it's just you probably have everyone in, but again, I'm just making sure. Alright, but yeah, this match was also pretty good again, and we had basically just chaos during this whole matchup. We had Braun and Drew all going after each other. We had Bobby and just everyone just going after each other. I think even Drew and Bobby Lashley also teamed up together to get rid of Strowman for a bit. We had Lashley here just get thrown through some of the electrical minitrons near like just that little area where the Thunderdome parts were. Or again when they changed it up and everything, and taking out of the match for a while, and then we had just Drew and Braun just going after a bit, and we had Drew just reversing that little Strowman Express thing that Braun does, and then we into like just belly suplex, and then we had the Claymore to Braun Strowman, and then Bobby Lashley just threw Drew out of the ring and hit hit Roman with a spear 1 through 3, and still you're almighty, the almighty champion, Bobby Lashley, and the almighty era still remains again. I don't know if we're gonna get another match, just a one-on-one match, another one-on-one match with Drew and Bobby, or something else is gonna happen. I don't know. No Brock Lesnar, no nothing. And after the match, it was just that instead. And so let's move on. And finally, we have the main event, and it's the Universal Championship match with Roman taking on Cesaro, and this match was just perfect. Exactly what I expected. A beat-down, drag-down fight to the finish. We had just back and forth from Roman to Cesaro. Again, Cesaro just took Roman to his limits there. We had close call by close call. We had a Superman punch turned into a pop-up of uppercut, European uppercut. We had Roman going after the right arm on Cesaro for most of the match, helping just completely damaging it from first just wrenching it around the top rope, and then we had just a drive-like drop kick into the ring post. Also, we had even Cesaro powering out of the guillotine, and just turned into a spine buster. And there was even some points where I literally thought Cesaro was going to win. I literally thought Cesaro was going to win the matchup. Just very, I was just on the edge of my seat. But again, my apron suplex, we had a springboard arm uppercut turned into a Superman punch, and then Roman just being down and just dropping elbow strikes to Cesaro, and then we had Cesaro just doing a sharpshooter and then turning into a crossface. But despite all that, it took a guillotine and Cesaro passing out, and still your Universal Champion Roman Reigns. I completely expected this to happen. As much as I want Cesaro to win and finally get a World Championship on his record, sadly it's not going to happen now. Maybe, but it definitely just showed that Cesaro is obviously ready for a champion, just not right now. So yeah, besides that we had Jey Uso coming out, the right-hand man to the Tribal Chief, and he was just basically going to get him and he was just being down out on Cesaro, also doing a super kick, and then he was going for an Uso splash, but out nowhere, Burn It Down comes out the Seth freaking Rollins and the Messiah. I don't even know if he's still doing the Messiah gimmick, but yeah, Seth comes out, and while I literally thought he was going to go after Roman, he was completely just focused on Cesaro. Well, we just had, and just own it. And so Seth was just beating down on Cesaro and still going after that injured arm, even throwing him over the announce table, and then finally the final shot was wrapping a steel chair around his arm and slamming it to the ring post and completely just injuring that arm completely. And if that was enough, he did it to stop Cesaro, knocking him out, and that is how BackLash ends with the Messiah, Seth freaking Rollins, and it's just standing tall. And I don't even know if this is going to be going into a feud with Roman, or it's just going to be continuing his feud with Cesaro. I don't completely know. We have Hell in a Cell coming next month, so I'm actually planning on getting something for that. And so, again, and stay tuned, at least. But again, and like I said, for the most part, this pay-per-view was pretty good. It was always being the second the second/third pay-per-view on Peacock. It's just pretty, actually kind of like fifth, I think, maybe, since also there's Takeover. But yeah, I pretty much still like this one. That was pretty good. There were some iffy things here and there, mostly the whole Damien Priest and Miz Zombie, the lumberjack match that kind of threw me off. And yep, that's pretty much it. Remember to like this video, comment down below anything your thoughts on the pay-per-view itself, with Backlash, WrestleMania Backlash, whatever you want to call it. Stupid name. That's why I just call it Backlash. And also just your thoughts on the whole WrestleMania Backlash thing. Are you excited for Hell in a Cell? What do you think is going to happen tomorrow on Raw? What do you think is going to happen this Friday on SmackDown? Anything down below, subscribe, tap the little bell, more videos coming soon. I don't think I'm going to be doing a video. Sorry if I kind of didn't live to my promise, but I was mostly just busy with some work. So again, and that's practically it, and this is Ice 15, signing out.